Hey, I wanted to share 3 ways or 4 ways to create some sort of guide in Word. Because there's, depending on what you're trying to achieve, there's different ways. And I noticed that people don't understand how to do it. So let me start first with my use case here. I want to create a list of resource so people can learn how to use Copilot agents and users. So I'm starting in Word. I'm going to prompt something saying create a document with a list of resources that users can learn from to learn the potential of Copilot agents. And then you see, because I'm in the Word for the Web, I have suggestions on how I want to structure it. So I'm going to leverage that. Make sure to include links to tutorials, articles, and videos for comprehensive guides. Yeah, I want that. And so, does it provide a brief introduction to Copilot agents? Okay, let's do that. And I'm going to stop here because I could enhance my prompt, but this is the first way. But the problem with that is there's no web grounding. So it's based on the foundational model, and as you can see, is not able to bring back URL. It gives me a good framework how to organize that, but obviously it doesn't come with the result. So if you're drafting in Word, you don't expect to rely on external sources or even your Microsoft 365 resources. It's not going to help. It's based on the foundational model, so everything he has inside his model, he can do something with it. So probably it's not the best way to do it. So I'm going to take this prompt, I'm going to copy it, but I still want to do it in Word. So then you can go to the Copilot icon and do the same thing and be sure that the web component is available here. And maybe here I want to express just look on internet, not internal resources. We'll see what comes out of it. So here you can see it's starting to look at outside, and it came back with, okay, introduction, benefits, and I have some URL to some videos. So it definitely does a better job. There's even, it points to learn.microsoft.com. So now I can copy that and paste it here, and I have a better document. By the way, when you're pasting something in Word for the web, at least you can say auto rewrite. So you can fine tune that. You can change the prompt so it can be organized the way you want. Here, apparently, it looks better this way. Let's try this. So I'm gonna replace it. Not sure if it changed a lot, but so I have, not this time. I have not the link. I have watched the video, read the article. So it's probably better to have rewritten or to rewrite this. So it's a good thing. Not a lot of content, but still, it's a good summary of what I can do with Copilot agents if I want to start somewhere. And if I click on it, I can see a preview because I'm in the Word for the web. So it's pretty cool to see the preview of the video. Apparently it doesn't work on all video. You can preview the article, create and publish agents. Yeah, cool. Introduce actions. Okay. So it does a decent job. Now the other way is to take the same prompt and do it here. Oops. I didn't copy what I wanted. I'm gonna stop that. gonna renew, and what I wanted was the prompt, not the result. So the prompt was this one. So you can start in the business chat on the web toggle if you just want to have access to the web toggle, and you're probably gonna get the same kind of result, and then you can also copy paste. But here you can ask to create a document. So it created a document right away, and I can open the document, the Word document. Let's see how it goes. So that the third method was to, ask Copilot to generate in this chat, because it's going to be able to create a document. As you can see, there's a link, but it's not clickable. Even if I do edit, I don't think it's clickable. So I might have to come back on that. Or maybe I can say make the URL clickable. I'm not sure if it's going to work. And so the last thing is probably the most interesting one, is to use researcher. Again, I was on a web toggle, so it's going to research on the web only. So I'm going to paste the same prompt. So it's going to take more time, because then it's going to create probably something with more information, because it's capable of reasoning. And so the first thing is asking me specific following questions. Do you have any specific sources or website you prefer? I prefer official Microsoft sites and very well known YouTube channels with a lot of followers, or YouTube videos from MVPs. So I can trim down what I want. What kind of agents you want to focus on? I want to focus on Copilot agents, SharePoint agents, retrieval agents, task agents, and autonomous. I don't want anything that requires developer skills. So by following the question, I can trim down it even better. The output in one word, please, should be a Word document. I'm not sure if it's going to create the Word document, but I'm going to show you another way. So it might take a few minutes, so I might pause this video, because it can take up to, I think the longest one I've seen with researcher was 20 minutes. So depending on what's crawling, it can be very long. So, but you have a better quality and more information, and it's definitely better for a Word document if you want to be complete, exhaustive. That's probably the best way to go, is the researcher agent. That will be my go-to for that kind of need. But you saw there's 4 different methods. First, you're drafting inside the Word document. It's not very good, because you don't have resources. It doesn't access to the internet. It just brings back probably something he found before. I don't remember when the index stopped, but in, let's say 2023, you might find something, but it's not compelling. So you have to go to the chat tray on the right side, and then it leverages internet resources, and it does a decent job. So if it's a quick guide you want to create, this probably the way to go. The second one is to go in the biz chat, and you saw that you can generate a Word document directly, so it's the same result. And the third one is definitely researcher with some trimming, and you can try several times to figure out what's the best. Here I can see that he's gonna look at blogs and YouTube channel from like Microsoft developer. I'm not sure why he's doing that, because I told him not developer. So he might try to reason over that, and probably gonna pause this video because it's gonna take quite some time. So let's pause it. So after a few minutes, it was pretty long, I have a result. So reasoning, you see the reasoning here, a lot of reasoning, and now I have a document, or at least a long result, and a guide to Microsoft Copilot agents. So introduction to agents, type of Copilot agents, shows me the different agents I listed, learning resource from Copilot agents, videos. So it organized by themes, and it gave me the links here. So I can also copy that and paste it, or I can do something is to put that in a page, because now in pages you have the ability to put that in a Word document. So that's what I'm going to do, and it creates a Word document in your OneDrive. So that's pretty cool. It's not downloading the document just like before. So it's storing my OneDrive, and now I have the document. I can see some references here with numbers. If I over the number, maybe I need to zoom in a little bit. Should do something, so it doesn't do. I don't know why here it says what exactly are Copilot agents. So I'm not sure how, yeah, so here's the link. So he brought back the links. I'm not sure why the one, maybe I need to click on it. No, it doesn't do that on every number. It's weird. So I have this citation here. So I can find the documents, the links he used. So let's see, get started with agents. And so if I click on this, hey, why don't you come? So there might be some little issues like that. I'm not sure why. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. Definitely something is happening, but it doesn't open all the time. So let's take this one here. So if I click on this one, I see a preview, and I can jump on this. Yeah. And I have the source coming from Microsoft. So let's see, where was my Word document? Okay, let's see if I have a video somewhere. Blog posts, tutorial. So here it says, okay, but I don't have the link. That's not perfect. I'm a little bit disappointed here. I thought they will bring back here coming from Microsoft Mechanics. So that's he identified the right sources to look at, but unfortunately it doesn't show me the link to all the sources. So I don't know why, but this is a third method. Um, and maybe I can try that. Maybe I can come back to the result and say, hey, please insert the URL of the link in the document. So let me try that just to finish to be sure. And I'm gonna go here. This is good, but I will like you to insert the link, the URL links in the result so I can deliver this document without too much edits. So I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Trying that live. It's you know, it's a game of Copilot. It's trying to understand how it works and establishing a communication pattern with it and understanding the limitation by trying. You not to be you know, you need to instruct Copilot when it's not doing exactly what you want. You instruct them, iterate. What's not super cool is that with researcher, when you instruct something, it can take time. So if you wait 10 minutes every time because there's a little change, that might be frustrating. But we'll see if this one is going faster, because here I'm not asking him to recreate everything. So hopefully we'll be able to do that faster. So let's see, I might pause if I see it doesn't go too quick. I might pause again this video. That's going to be a long video. But obviously this method is my preferred one. Maybe not to cite sources, but to create a guide for sure. So let's see, let's give it a try. It seems to be finished, but I'm not sure if it's really finished because it's still gathering specific facts. So it's apparently is doing everything else. It did explore previous content, clarify reference sources. So he might have understood my request. It's pretty frustrating because you see it says it's almost finished and there's something else to be done. Gathering IP link, gathering reference for agents, considering video resources. So it's not finished at all. So I'm gonna pause it again. So it took quite some time. So, but I've got a result. Let's see if I have the links now. So, okay, there's introduction, same structure, and I can see the link here. So it probably looks better. I have the link inside now. So if I had said that in my first prompt, I would have avoided 10 more minutes to wait. And it gives the name of the people, probably their MVPs. Yeah, so it's a decent amount of information. I was expecting more, but now what do I do? If I say edit in page, will it add it to the page that already exists? Let's see. It creates a new page. I didn't want to add it to the previous one, so it's good. And so now I have that. Okay, and now I can export in Word. It's gonna put a Word in my OneDrive. And so probably the title of the prompt is not what I want, so I'm gonna delete that. But the rest, let's view it in the navigation pane to see if it's well structured. Guide to Copilot, introduction, type of Copilot learning resources. So if I navigate, I now have the links. Get started with agents in Microsoft Copilot. Yeah, probably that's a good place. SharePoint agents. Okay. It looks pretty decent. Definitely more flush to compared to the previous one. And some videos. So introduction to SharePoint agents. Let's see this one. I don't have a preview for this one, so let's click on it and see. Okay, that's a YouTube video. Microsoft. So let's see. I'm gonna mute this. Let's see who this person is. I think it's a known face. It's apparently from Microsoft. So it did a really good job of assembling. It's an introduction, so it's for people who are starting. So it's doing a very good job here. Microsoft. So this guy, I don't know this guy. Master Copilot agent. Let's see. Oh, sorry about the ad here. That's a YouTube game. Oh, I love this guy. So definitely, he did a very good job because the two picks, at least in terms of video, are people I know. They're working both at Microsoft, and yeah. So 4 ways to create a document with a list of resources for whatever subject you want based on internet content. You just need to add your criteria, maybe tell exactly what you want in terms of links, so you're not lost at the end. And so you saw that in the first one is drafting in a Word document is probably not working. The second one is in Word. In the pane, you can access to internet content, and so it's better, but it's concise. The third one is business chat, does the same, and you can create a document from it. And the last one is the researcher, which is definitely the most interesting because it brings more content. And finally, you can add more. Can iterate on all of this however you want. Hope this was insightful.